Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's Mystic Minute is all about money. Money, 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 money makes the world go around. You gotta have money. Money is good. Having lots of money is good, but if you're too rich, you're bad. Not having money is more spiritual, but if you're poor, you're bad. Money is the most crazy phenomena. We have put so much stuff layered on top of money. It is a great big sandwich of different distortions in meaning. I was doing this course in this book, and it asked me to write my money history, and it asked some really specific questions about money, and it was so interesting for me because I didn't really have a concept of money, and I didn't really have an association with money giving me things for most of my childhood. I mean, I got allowance, but I didn't have to do anything for it, and I basically spent on comic books and chocolate. That's what money could do for me, comic books and chocolate. And I really think it's because my mother did such a marvelous job of managing the household and managing the finances that we seamlessly transitioned through our lives without any sense of hardship. I later on went on to discover that she had some experiences of hardship, but it didn't get translated down to our world of childhood. And I had a tremendously rich in experience childhood. But if you think about it, most little kids don't know the worth of money, and they're just there in their experience, and they feel so abundant if they get the pink balloon at the birthday party, or if they get to pet the goat at the zoo, or if they get to see their own favorite TV show or whatever. It's amazing when you're in the moment, living by experience, to experience, that it's not about the money, it's about the experience. If you really break it down and you take a look at what the essence of money is, it is both an expression of appreciation, and it is also really the same creative energy that creates the universe, that creates the planet, that creates experience. And when you go behind what that creative energy is, you can sense the profound experience of love. No wonder we project parental images on whatever that creative energy is, because that's what it feels like when you step into the awareness that you are consciousness and you are consciously creating everything. You get a very maternal, parental experience of the world and of the creations, of yourself as a creation in this form. And another pretty funny thing is that when you start to manifest as consciousness, you manifest a life that feels very wealthy, that feels very prosperous. And it may not have the 6, 7, 8, 10-figure income. And it's not what you're going for anyway. Behind the money is always something else. What do you want that money to provide you? Do you want that money to provide you security? Do you want that money to give you the perfect relationship? Do you want that money to take you places you've never seen before? When you place your focus on what you really want shows up. And the money is kind of secondary, or the money just comes in from wherever it is at the moment to create the thing that you want. So at one level, money is a tool, and it's an expression of appreciation. It's the thing that you use to appreciate the meal at the restaurant, the physical item that you want to create, the trip to whatever experience you want to have. That's a physical tool for it, and it's an expression of your appreciation. When you receive money, someone is expressing their appreciation towards you for the thing that you have given them, experience, material item, or whatever. So there's kind of a complex thing at this moment, because on one hand, it's detaching from the effort of creating as consciousness, whatever that money symbolizes to you. And yet, there's also something about having clarity. So often people will go, okay, so it's just money is energy, and I'm just going to focus on the energy, and I'm going to not focus on the details. So then they end up with what is energetically kind of like money leaks. They use credit cards, which aren't real money, and anyway, it's on an illusion, and interest is an illusion, and I won't really have to pay it back. And they've created this huge vacuum in their life. And whatever item they've created ends up being more than if they had created cash to pay for it in that moment. They're in such a lofty spiritual experience that they don't pay attention to the numbers going in and out of their bank account, and they don't realize that there's all sorts of fees or automatic charges for things. Maybe they're creating large sums to be removed, and they're thinking that they're being spiritual by not paying attention to these details. So there's a way to be clear and have light shine on your details that actually enhances your abundance, because you're not in effort about it, you're just in clarity, you're just noticing you're making different choices. I know a spiritual teacher who was really surprised that the state of California took a huge chunk of money directly out of their business account because they lived in another state and didn't expect that money to be taken out. Oh, you know, taxes, it's such a mundane thing. I'm going to magically create it that I don't have to pay taxes. Taxes are an expression of appreciation. If you resist paying taxes, that resistance comes from your lower level of perception, not as consciousness. As consciousness, there's always enough, there's always more. You're expressing appreciation for the roads that you're driving on, the things your tax money is creating in your world, playing the game of paying taxes, playing the game of letting the slots, letting the rules be as they are. As consciousness, you are outside the rules and you're playing within the rules, and the rules can shift and change. Nothing is stuck or fixed. Oh, well, then I don't have to pay taxes. You can not pay taxes and see what happens. So the other really big thing to realize is money's not more powerful than you, and people with more money aren't more powerful than you, and countries, corporations aren't more powerful than you because they have bigger numbers in their bank account, and you're not less powerful than people with bigger numbers in their bank account, and you're not less powerful than people who can make big numbers in their bank account, because you are consciousness, and actually you are the most powerful person in your reality. You are the Oprah of your reality. When you start to operate as consciousness in your reality, the things you want to manifest, including the numbers in your bank account, can come about, and they don't have the charge or the emotionalism that they have if you're operating from that more powerless point of view. It's kind of funny when you start to play in this realm of consciousness and play with these consciousness techniques for manifesting, it helps to simultaneously play with awareness tools of like tracking the money that's coming in and going out, being more conscious of the numbers, because it helps you operate with more clarity and allow the manifestations to come into form. You may also notice some behaviors and patterns that aren't very conscious. You might find yourself paying a lot of money, expressing a lot of appreciation for things that aren't actually what you want to create as consciousness. When you become clear, you can change those habits. So I have a little game that I play with people that helps jumpstart them with their experience of manifestation and money. And how you can do that is imagine yourself standing under a waterfall and experience that frequency of the waterfall coming in, experience that ionized air coming into your space. And how does that feel? You can let that waterfall be intense or gentle. You can let it be warm or cool, invigorating. refreshing, embracing, enveloping. Feel yourself filled with that. You can feel yourself creating a reservoir of that waterfall energy. Because when you tune into the energy of money, it really has that quality of like the ocean in the world. And you're bringing a bit of that feeling into your own personal reality. And it's helping to release, transform, de-energize, let go of things on all sorts of different levels, then allows you to create more, have more in your world. And once you've released the waterfall energy, just fill your space up with that ionized air, that sparkly, effervescent ionized air. Play with that on a daily basis and notice what changes. And if you like these videos, you can subscribe to them on YouTube. You can also sign up below to get them in your inbox. If you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. I put out a free radio show and podcast. I also put out a free newsletter and blog. I do these videos a couple times a week. I do meetups around the Puget Sound, in Seattle, Bellevue, Tacoma, University Place, Lakewood, and Olympia. And if you want to know more about navigating your life as consciousness, rediscovering your purpose for being here and regaining your passion for life, you can go to joan-newcomb.com and look at my coaching programs. So go to joan-newcomb.com and I'll see you in another couple days with another Mystic Minute.